generally feel like that you do not give yourself the enough credit that you deserve, and you always tear yourself down and blame yourself about the various situations and conditions that happen in your life, you are self-pitying yourself. How to get out of this habit? It's a habit, and we can definitely get out of this. With enough of self-introspection and self-reflection, we definitely can get out of this situation. Now, in this video, I'm going to be completely talking about everything related to self-pity and the solutions to get out of self-pitying behavior. So, let's get into it. Self-pity, according to Google and a psychology framework, has been defined as an emotion where you or a person feel like they are self-centered for the sorrow that is being present and a pity towards the self regarding one's own internal and external experience of suffering. Self-pity goes hand in hand with the victim mindset and victim mentality and victim psychology and victim body language. Why is that so? Because at the end of the day, when you're pitying, you are actually blaming yourself. That's victim. And to be honest, it does not allow you the space of having your personal peace and having your personal space and personal perception that helps you to grow in life, and it actually falls you behind in your life. What are the causes and psychology of self-pity? Let's get into it. For your ease of understanding, I have divided the causes into two main forms, where the first is the primary cause or the base cause, and the secondary cause or the add-on cause, which actually mugs up with the primary cause in order to form a really strong habit of self-pity. Now, if you haven't noticed, I call self-pity as a habit. My mindset goes like, anything in our life which we do on repetition, all of them are basic habits, and so is self-pity, and we can definitely control it and turn it into our power. Because what's the interesting fact about self-pity is you can only self-pity when you have enough level of self-reflection as your habit and you're enough of a introspective person. The primary causes are, for example, your parents blaming you when you were a child. So it basically goes on to like, you must have scored less marks in your test, and your parents must feel like you didn't study hard enough. That in a child's brain and a child's memory get registered in a form that, oh, this was my mistake, that regardless of all of these problems, I scored less marks. So a child add on to it, and because of course it's a parent's habit, it's gonna replicate again and again in our life, and that leads to format. When we get into our adulthood, we basically start thinking that all of the things which are happening bad in the life of ours and of others is basically our mistake, which is not. Second primary cause I would like to say is you had really bad experience with your ex. So if you're having that, consider that as a checkbox, because your ex might be triggering this factor into you. The third cause, your friend circle. Have a mindset and have a mentality of average in life. Have a mindset where they usually believe that this life is life and we get until the end of the life, and the average thing is only what we deserve, and we must continue with it without striving to be our best and without striving to have our best. Now, that, to be honest, is not true, first of all, and secondly, it's absolutely absurd idea to live a life with a mindset like that. Instead, you can call yourself and take a note of it and try to convert it and try repeatedly, because at the end of the day, you're gonna get into a mindset and in a habit where you're gonna think on repeatedly that you deserve the best and you are the best person, and you're gonna stand up to get to the best that you know you deserve. Moving on to the secondary cause, the first thing is you have to get into a position where you are going to stop thinking like that. And self-pity also occurs when you grow up. For example, you're 23, you're 24, you're in your mid-20s and you're still feeling like a kid. You're still feeling that you're dependent on your parents. And how do we get out of that? We definitely work on ourselves, we work on our improvement, and we definitely talk to ourselves more than we talk to anybody, because introspection, again, my friend over here, is going to help you a lot and is going to get you from position A to position B. Whatever you are trying to achieve, introspection is going to be your friend. Your inner dialogue. Again, inner dialogue comes from the outer thing, the outer perception. The third cause, which I want to point out, is our inner dialogue. Inner dialogue, the way we talk to ourselves. Do we bog us down or do we lift us up? Is two really different things. And for example, think about, you were thinking about yourself, about a project, and it's a technically challenging project, and you were thinking like, oh my god, I've never be able to solve this. And instead of that, you go and you think that this is a really great challenge. You're definitely gonna end up being more cheerful, more happy. You're definitely gonna learn from that project a lot more than you would have learned if you would have stuck at position B, thinking about why is this challenge has been given to you. Instead of that, you're gonna use this challenge in your good use. How to not self-pity. There is a bunch of knowledge present out there on the internet for us as general public to consume onto how to stop being a self-pitying person. I have learned a lot of things. I can tell you from my personal experience, and for your ease, I have divided them into mindset shift, lifestyle shift, and the daily additionals, which we gotta sprinkle in our lifestyle and in our mindset. Okay, so first off, starting with the mindset shift. The first mindset shift, whatever the mistake is, whatever the situation is, whatever the challenge is, whatever the position is, we're gonna accept it, we're gonna own it, we're gonna tell it, yeah, so did life ended? No, it doesn't. It keeps going on. And guess what? It is going to keep going on whether or not you're happy or you're not. Nobody gives a care, okay? So what you're gonna do is you are gonna give yourself that care, that love that you know you deserve, and you're gonna say, yes, I did trip, and so what? And you're gonna move on from that. If there's another situation where you actually made a mistake, you're gonna say, yes, I did. And I am not a victim. I am not gonna say like everything happens to me. No, I made that mistake and I own that mistake. And how can I learn from this? What can I learn from that? Is gonna give you something known as peace of mind. And that peace of mind is gonna help you to get onto the ladder of self-improvement, which again is a lifelong journey, and there's no failures, there is no wins, but there is only milestone which you are going to achieve in your life. And that is a mindset you go, which converts you from a lack mindset to an abundance mindset. The second habit, or the second mindset shift I like to say, is that self-reflection. Again, it's a mindset shift, it's a lifestyle shift. Mindset shift in a way that whenever you were talking to yourself, or whenever you were talking in person to someone else, say for example you're talking to a colleague of yours and you just said something funny but they didn't laugh, what are you going to do? Are you going to be self-pitying? Don't do that. Instead, go on thinking, what person? She didn't laugh at my joke. Okay, that's fine. She might have not resonated with it. And guess what? That is it. You're gonna move out of that. That is what you're going to do every single time, when you are self-pitying, when you are tearing yourself down, with there, you're gonna knock the door of your brain and you're gonna say that, hello, there's a different kind of mindset which exists parallelly to this mindset, and I choose, notice the word choose, to be in that mindset. And you are gonna go on to thinking and delving into that abundance mindset from a lack mindset. Number 3, be your own best friend. Don't feel like you are not allowed to be flawed, that you have to be perfect, you have to make everyone happy, you have to crack jokes at the right time, you have to dress at the right time, at the right manner, whatever it is, you're gonna be perfect. No. If you feel like that giving up on all of those things, if you're not dressing well, if you're not making others laugh, you will not be friends with someone, or you not be in a relation with someone, well, goodbye to them, and you're gonna focus on yourself, and you're gonna say and accept it that I am my own best friend, and I do not need anyone. Notice the word need. You do not need anyone, and you want people in your life. The want is directed towards the people that are healthy for you, who are actually going to add on to your abundance mindset. The lifestyle habit I would like to share is the first: make streaks your best friend. Now, what kind of a streak, you might be wondering? For example, if you're familiar with the language learning app called Duolingo, I am currently on 205 days. Well, why did I get on that? Because I fell in love with keeping up with streaks. That's me, 205 days constantly practice onto one single thing. If you want, and you definitely want to get out of the self-pitying behavior, go on to a habit app, or go on to Notion page, or go on to any simple daily journal that you have, your physical journal, and write onto it, I didn't self-pity today. That's affirmation, my friend. I didn't self-pity today. And you gonna add on a 1 next to it. On the second day, you're gonna add on a 2 next to it. And that is continuing until you just feel so natural of not being self-pity, and instead you feel so self-compassionate that you fell in love with who you are, and you own yourself, you own your energy, you do not give an F about anyone. Second cool thing that I would like to add is, whenever you're in every single morning, whenever you are about to start your morning, open your paper journal. You can use any kind of journal, and you are gonna write that in affirmation: my day was so good. You were in the morning, but you are pretending that you were in the night, and your night self, your higher self, because of course during the day you're gonna grow. Okay, your day is not gonna be like this. Your day is gonna go like this, and you're gonna grow, and your higher self, you in the morning, is shifting into your higher self's energy, and you're writing that. You're giving yourself a vision of the day that you want to have, and you're gonna write about it in your journal that my day went so well, I conquered this fear, I did such a good job at this thing that I was trying to do, and I just killed it, I nailed it, and my day was really blessed, and I feel so happy. And then your mind, you will register that this is the possibility that is present, and this is the reality that is present, and then you are going to work in that direction instead of this direction. Moving on to our third thing, which is the healthy habits, or the additionals, which I would like to add, is some basic habits which you must incorporate in your life. 1, journaling. Yes, you might have heard it from numerous people, but you might have not tried it. So it's basically you honoring your past self for what they planned for you, and it's basically you honoring your future self. Second thing is positive self-talk, self-lingo, especially, and for positive language in general. And Affirmation. Make them as your friend. Before I end this video, I would like to share some of my favorite personally chosen prompts which have personally helped me, and I bet they're gonna help you too. Here I am showing some of my best and my most favorite personal prompts. Do give them a try, do try to answer them, and you're definitely gonna feel the difference, and you're gonna definitely feel the betterment that's adding into your life. If you like this video, do give it a thumbs up and comment down below and let me know what you would like to see next on this video. And I appreciate you for watching. You're gonna be the best woman you could have ever imagined.